7 o'clock, I just want to grab my pen here. Yeah, these were working really well. I could read and now, not so much anymore. Okay. So you're the technology department and the recording, you're everything.
And I wasn't even planning on being
Yep.
here tonight. but
Okay,
all
well,
right.
you tell me when the technology is
It's
ready.
ready.
Okey-doke. All right, well, I said by my clock, it is 7 o'clock. So I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Brookfield Inland Wetlands Commission. Today is Monday, the 12th of December, 2022. My name is Sharon Fox. I act as chair of the commission. To my left, Mr. Michael Neustadt, who is the commission vice chairman, and to my right, Mr. Bob, I know, yes, I say.
That's all right.
That's okay, no, I just had to.
It's only 6
I had to-
years of it.
Yeah, no, I just had to swallow there. Mr. Bob Hudeman, who is the commission secretary, so there are 3 of us, so we have a quorum, so all 3 of us will be voting member. And also to my left, doing double duty as the wetlands enforcement officer and also our recording secretary, Ms. Rochelle Hadza. Okay, so we took care of that. So we got a lot to talk about on wetlands enforcement. So we'll start with, I don't know, we could start with anything you've got on your mind, and then we'll go to the agenda. How's that? That way we don't forget you.
Very good. Thank
She
you.
left
Thank you for the record. I'm Rochelle Hadza, the Inland Wetlands Enforcement Officer, and let's see. I did have a few additions since we spoke this afternoon.
Okay.
So regarding, let's see. Okay, 731 Federal Road. Did you want me to start there? No, because I don't.
Oh, well, we can do the site inspection reports first. I mean, we can do that. I mean, I saw the inspection report. Everything looked green. I think she noticed that that the applicant, Tony and Michelle and the guys had put those water bars in on the southern side, and they seem to be doing what we had hoped that they would do. So that's a beautiful thing. And then, I don't know, it sounds like we don't have anything really new on the school project.
I don't. And I'm afraid, I don't even know where we left it last time.
We had a couple questions for them. Remember, we had a couple questions about what was the timing for opening up
Right.
the
Yeah, and I have
da-da-da-da-da.
not, and I did email him, but I haven't gotten back. He said he's gonna get back to me. So
Okay.
put myself a reminder for that.
Yeah, I mean, and just in case they're listening or picking it
will.
up.
Yeah, I
um,
did send him an email, and he said he would get me that information.
Yeah,
but
we,
it's been 2
again,
weeks.
yeah, we appreciate they'd given us some of the information that they are working on, but I said it was the Westbrook, because part of that is, who is going to be the monitor as they open that up, just in case there's something odd there. And then there's I think we want to clear up the matter. I said, the last plan that we saw, there was wetlands destruction in the corner of the school, on sort of that southeast corner. And the approval included either making that go away and changing the footprint of the school, or creation of wetlands on or off-site.
Yeah.
So that's still an open question. We don't know what what they're planning to do to deal with that stipulation. And then again, the name of their technical expert who's gonna be dealing with that. So, so that's, oh, there you go.
I'm sorry, Madam
just
Chair,
did.
I'm just in the middle of now trying to, apparently we had just a blue screen up and the IT guy just texted me that someone
Oh.
was trying to repair that. We'll see if that works.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Pretty good. Okay,
All right, so that is
on
that.
to enforcement actions, so, oh yeah, okay, it's good now, so, we're good with the IT guy, okay, we're live streaming. So with regard to 35 Merwin Brook Road, Mr. Kinsella called me, the day after our last meeting, on the 29th of November. This commission had asked that I issue a citation order on him or on that property. But he called and he said that he had scheduled someone to install the silt fence, but it was difficult to do this during the holidays, Thanksgiving holiday, et cetera. He then later called to, and he said that the soil scientist, he had contracted one, namely, Mr. I believe it's Mr. McManus, but I'm not 100% certain on that. No, I
Okay.
take that back.
Okay,
That's on
well,
the next one.
Okay.
Anyway, he said he contacted the soil scientist, but, you know, they're hard to get out there. Also, the silt fence is up. He said he called in my absence on the December 9th and said that the silt fence is up. I asked him to upload pictures of it, but he's in Aruba and can't do that, but he said that his guy has the pictures. I still haven't seen the pictures, and
Okay.
he's not able to get out there.
Okay, well, again, the reason we issued the citation and the fines was, I said, because of the imminent threat in the judgment of the commission for that grubbing of that property, sliding into that pretty little creek, that's unnamed little creek back there. So if indeed, you know, that silt fence is up, once we get that confirmed, then I think the commission can revisit, you know, we can revisit the our idea of the citation and the fines, but we want that done. So, you know, that is still, in my judgment, that's still pending,
Right.
you know,
Oh, I-
until we get that confirmed, and if we can't confirm it, then out that goes.
Item 2 under enforcement is 42.
And I think, right, just for the record,
Yes.
I'm interested in my colleague's
Oh, yes.
opinion here. I mean, the next piece will be, you know, a restoration plan.
Yes,
I
of
don't
course.
remember that we set a time frame on that, but let's get the silt fence in, you know, and then we'll keep this on our agenda. I mean, I think in general, we don't want this remediation plan to go, you know, into the summer. We want to take an opportunity of spring, to get, we know we needs to get the wetlands flagged. That should
Right.
happen, right? We are aware of the winter, so I think we can be mindful of that, but we don't want this to go into the summer and drag into the fall. I mean, that's just a general,
I agree.
agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had every opportunity to do something in the fall when we first tried to contact him.
when we first heard about it last spring,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So we've
So-
already lost
So he.
8 months.
His excuse that he can't get someone out there today doesn't hold with me because
Yeah.
he should have been on it a long time ago.
Yep.
So we move on to item 2, 42 Arapahoe Road.
And they're on the agenda, right?
They are also on the agenda because
Okay.
they have begun their application.
Great.
Which is what we had asked them to do. They they called upon a younger friend person
Okay.
that they know because, of course, everything has to be on the computer now.
Yep.
So that is moving along, and we'll see that a little bit later tonight.
Well, thank you to them. I said, it's
Yes.
not it wasn't again, it wasn't an imminent threat to wetlands, but we do appreciate them, you know, getting on it and trying to do the right thing here.
Right. That's all we ask.
Okay.
Do the right thing.
All right, all we ask, we do the right thing.
Okay, so then we move on to 5 Shirley Court. I have not contacted
Okay.
the Aquarian.
Aquarian, yep, the
I have
property
no further
owner.
information on that at this time.
All right,
If I
on our
know
list of
who-
things to do.
Who to contact there, yes. And
Quarry
so
Stone.
Quarry Stone should be listed as 83 Candlewood Lake Road. We spoke about this earlier today, so we will fill me in on the background, some of the history on that.
Yeah,
Madam Chair.
I'm happy to bring, I think Bob and Michael
And
were
I
on the
have new-
commission.
I have new information.
Oh, you do?
since then.
Good, all righty. Well,
So,
just before we start,
yeah.
right, you guys remember Quarry Stone, it was 83 Candlewood Lake Road?
Yeah.
I think you were here, it was like
I don't
the end of
remember.
2018, beginning of 2019. You go up Candlewood Lake Road, there's it's 83, it's about almost at the top of the hill, Candlewood Lake Road, coming up from Federal.
Like
and-
St. Margaret's?
Yeah, it's kind of past like, White Turkey Deli or whatever is that, it's a White Turkey Deli?
Nimer Deli.
Nimer, thank you. You go further up. The gentleman, the property owner was,
On the right
putting-
side.
Yeah, it's on the right side, and he was
I do
putting
remember.
in pathways and taking
think I
down
remember that,
trees
yeah.
that were, as
Oh,
best we
yes,
could
yes.
tell, were in the wetlands. The
Mhm.
property, I guess,
I
had a
remember.
house on it a very long time ago, I think, I sort of half
I
remember.
do remember
But
that.
there was never wetlands flagging. And so all we asked the property owner to do was to get the property flagged. And there was every indication that he had taken down trees that either in the wetlands or a buffer on the wetlands. So our stipulations to the plan that he provided as a part of the notice of violation was to plant 6 trees and, 6 or so shrubs, and get the property
Flagged.
flagged, which is what we would do for anybody.
Mhm.
Well, they sued the town, and the town prevailed in a lawsuit, which was, the judgment was in the summer, just about the time I had a million other things going on. So now it's time to bring this up to, back onto the agenda. I'm sure the property owner is very familiar with what the judgment said, which is essentially to comply with the stipulations that the commission laid on them.
And this
and-
was from the court.
Yeah, in August of 2019.
Oh, well, but yes, but the order from
The
the court
order,
was just this.
yeah, the order is from the
2022.
summer, yes,
Right.
but they supported our stipulations to their revised
Yes.
plan. So again, they've had it, they know as much about the judgment as anybody that we are aware of. No one has contacted us saying they're going to do it with timeframes. So we're going to, because they haven't done it, now we have to do it. Remind them of what the court order is and that they need to comply. So I think, at a very minimum, the commission needs to decide what new timeline to get the property flagged and to get the 6 trees and whatever, 6 shrubs,
Six
something.
trees and
Yeah,
six
six
shrubs.
trees, six
What-
shrubs. And
What was their reason for the lawsuit? What did they claim?
I would encourage you to
Is
read,
it, do we have it?
I would encourage you, if you want, you can read that.
No, I don't think you have it, but that's
No.
it.
Yeah, that's the
it.
judgment.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
all right, just hold.
Oh, wait, did she reprint it for everyone? No.
No, I just gave him mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the
Yeah, I
minutes.
see it now.
Give me the minutes there. So, there you go. So, yeah.
I guess my quick question is what?
We were right, and the judge sided with us.
No,
Well,
I
he thought
understand,
it
but
was, the owner thought, the property owner basically thought, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
is.
I don't know, because I'm not gonna get into their
No,
head.
Yeah.
but basically thought that it was, as of right activity. I believe that was.
Oh, okay.
kind of
All
what-
right.
I
Yeah.
personally, I wouldn't get into their head as
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
what
no,
they
I was
thought.
Well,
just
that, according to
curious
the,
as-
according to the documents.
Yeah.
That, we deemed it a regulated activity,
Mhm.
and they disagreed with that.
I got
for
you.
the time being.
Okay.
So that's the short of it, but yeah, it's all in the.
It's all in there. Happy reading.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, I don't mind. I
Happy
like
Well,
reading.
reading
it's actually
long
good to
legal
read this kind of a
documents.
thing because we come across this a lot of
Yeah,
times. You know,
yeah.
what is allowed as of right
Mhm.
and what is not.
Right.
And so this is a very useful document because it's related to Brookfield, related to an actual case.
Well,
and
actually,
it's
then
a
I would
ruling-
like to,
Yeah, from.
if I can take it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
well, I can send one by email to everyone. Yeah.
Fine, save the paper.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had equipment and everything on the property. I think he had some
Yeah,
equipment, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this is
there was-
the
there
original
was a
document. So if you could email it, he made it.
Did you wanna sit
I was
here or-
frozen out of my car.
Where did you want to, do you want to sit down there? I can move it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so,
Are you
Oh, my
okay?
befuddled. I really didn't think I was gonna make it.
You're here now, so that's good.
Well, I can't get into the passenger, the driver's side of the car, it's frozen.
Oh, no.
And, where I parked in the parking lot, I don't like it.
all right.
I'm not really in a parking space. I can't see getting back into it's a struggle getting into the car.
Okay, well,
All right,
let
we'll-
you catch your breath here. So again, for the record, we have been joined by our 4th regular member, Mr. Dave Frankel. So the 4 of us will be voting members here. So, and I think the time is 7:13.
So,
Oh, were you waiting for me?
No.
No,
but it has to be
no,
part of
we're-
the record that you have now arrived.
We have to
and
make
I'll
for
see
the
it.
record that you've
Yes,
arrived.
yep, okay.
Now to
So-
make note of the time.
back to,
Corey Stone. So I think all we need to do is, I said, sort of commensurate with what we were talking about with 35. They gotta get a soil scientist. It's the winter time. We'll give them some time to do that. Get that delineated, then get the trees and the shrubs and get it done before next winter. So I am thinking that we'll, maybe revise the original date where we gave them 10 months. We'll give them another 10 months to, say, the end of October of 2023.
that's a good, to be done,
To be done,
to have.
yeah, to be
Yeah,
done, or
because
let
that's
us know.
To put
or-
in the trees we've asked them to
Yes.
do. Okay.
Right, or let us know why they can't do it,
Yeah.
right? And see if we would agree, support their
So
rationale.
I do have an update on that since we
Okay.
spoke, as I say,
Okay.
Fox. We have, immediately after our meeting, I spoke with attorney Warden Mizuko, who is the Quarry Stones property owner's attorney. He had actually called earlier to inquire about why it was on the agenda under
Okay.
enforcement. So I wanted to wait until we had spoken because I needed to be filled in on the case as well. So Warden Mizuko stated that they had actually already hired soil scientist
Great.
Jim McManus, and he has already done the wetlands
Great.
flagging, and that they're in the process of having it mapped by a surveyor if the information is in the surveyor's hands.
Great,
He said that he would be, but he's not sure of the timeline, partly because of the winter and the soils and the whatever. But he said they already flagged them, so I don't know how that really affects anybody else. But nonetheless, surveyors are in fact going to move along. I'm just giving their, we have so few of them. So he said that he would have a more formal progress report available at the next regular meeting.
Fantastic.
So that is the skinny on that.
Okay, well, we can maybe defer a motion then, or we can do a motion now, right? We can do a motion that in a matter of, well, let me think for a second. Would we do it here or would we put it on the agenda? Let's put it on the agenda. Let's put 83 Candlewood Lake Road on the agenda, old business, for our January 9th, 2023 meeting. And for us anyways, the intent of that will be, you know, a revised completion date,
Okay.
okay?
To get to-
For litigation. How about that? Let's do it that way.
Okay, I just wanted to say one thing. that,
Okay.
Just kind of a point of order, not really, but just that, so, it will remain under enforcement only because old business is actually just applications.
Okay.
Like business is, just applications that you have to make decisions on. So we'll just maintain this on enforcement.
Okay,
We'll put it under old enforcement.
I'm fine with that as long as it's on the agenda. And let's make note,
I'll
like I said,
certainly make a note.
that the point of it, right, is to,
Yes.
you know, resolve the finalized litigation completion dates or something along those
Yeah.
lines, okay?
Absolutely.
I
Certainly.
can go either way.
Certainly keep those on there, okay. And then I think the last one, on the list under enforcement actions is Laurel Hill Road. Now, I regret that.
Yes, no,
this
that's
one
okay.
was-
I should have mentioned that, because for all of you, I stopped by the office today. I'm finding it easier to stop by the office on Monday and pick up my packet, so that I can take it home and read it.
Spend-
And so Rochelle was kind enough to spend a half an hour with me, going over a couple little things. And the Laurel Hill Road thing, I said I would do it, but I didn't do it because when I went past there 2 days later, the problem had been resolved.
Oh, good.
So there is no more erosion, there's no more erosion
Okay.
into that little, like I said, that little wetland there
Right,
between,
right.
I could see they had fixed that, so that's why I
Right, 'cause
did
I
not.
wasn't
They have a lot of riprap there too.
They have a lot of riprap there,
Right.
yeah. I don't remember that one, I don't remember there being such a big retaining wall onto that, but,
This is the
Yeah.
property off Federal Road between the condos and the office building? Or am I-
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't remember
Where
there
they
being.
both sort of went down into.
Yeah, they both
the
went down to a
wetlands,
wetland, I said, I don't
and we
remember there was.
approved both of them within
Right,
a month
yeah,
or
they were in
two.
the middle of COVID, and we had to do it
Yeah.
on Zoom, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure I did a good job with that, but it is what it is.
So I mean, I didn't have an exact address. and
So you can take that off, you can take that off.
All right.
So I
I'll
thank you
just
for,
write that it
yep,
was
thank you for
resolved.
putting it on, but by the time I went back to take some pictures so that I could make the complaint, the problem had been resolved, so that could come off.
Okay.
All right, anything else for us?
From me.
Any questions for Rochelle from anybody?
No,
Or-
I'm happy to say I didn't have any serious, blowouts or complaints.
Okay,
I'm glad
that's
to say that.
good to know. All righty, all right, so we're gonna go to old business. We're gonna go to 7 Shirley Court. Yep. So when you get comfy here, we'll just get your name and address for the record.
Yeah, Michael Phelan, 7 Shirley Court. I actually don't have, I wasn't able to get the
Okay.
updated map.
Okay.
I was on vacation and then
All
I
right.
spoke to Mr. Zach, from Sydney Reps Land Surveying, and they were on vacation for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I spoke to him this morning. He should have me a preliminary by Wednesday. Obviously, there's not another meeting until was it the 9th?
Ninth of
Yeah,
January.
so one of the things we're gonna talk about is that, you know, the date there, so.
Yes, because I see here, well, I submitted an extension for the 12th, but it says here extension days remaining 53. Is that,
Sounds right.
so there's 53 days?
Possible days, yes,
Okay.
to give us more time.
So I think we're gonna need a longer extension, because if I'm reading this right, again, thank you to you and Christine for keeping track of this
Oh,
little
it's not
arithmetic
easy,
stuff, because
especially when we don't even
I
know.
rely upon you 100%. Here's my suggestion. We don't slow things down based on dates. If things are on the agenda and they're ready to go, I will just tell you historically, you know, we get them done. based on, you know, I'm not sure exactly what all of your contractors are doing. I mean, I think you can either, we've got an extension till,
We have one through today, right now.
yeah, through today.
And you'll need an additional time.
Yeah, I'm thinking at 53, it could, does that take us to like the second, here's my suggestion. Why don't you give us the extension?
So, Madam Chair, the only reason I would suggest that
He gets it to like the second meeting in January.
you could do that, but the only reason I always hesitate to use up extensions is because any days of the extension
Yep.
are allotted to certain portions of the application. So let's say this portion of the application, he gives us an extension until January 16th, right?
Yeah, I don't have the.
It's up there, top left.
Oh.
That's the 23.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 22, I wasn't reading that right.
So, because then you can reserve the rest of that time for the portion that you may need more time for a decision. In other words, the max is 65 days. And you
True.
can use any portion of that during any of the 3 phases of the application.
Well, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely understand
Okay.
that. I'm just saying if everything is ready to
Yeah.
go, we would probably make a decision on
Yeah,
the
okay.
9th. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
convey, right? I mean, even if you gave us an extension to the 23rd, I mean, the past is not always a perfect predictor of the future, but we don't tend to dally here.
No,
So just to give yourself a little bit more time, again, you tell me, either an extension to the 9th or the 23rd, it's really your choice.
I'm sorry, I guess it's not the 9th. It looks like.
The
oh, yeah,
9th?
town hall
The 9th
closed.
is the
Oh, I
next
see, right.
meeting.
We
Yeah,
have-
the
okay.
9th or the 23rd. We're telling you about how we operate. It's
Yep.
your decision how you want to treat it. It's your choice.
I mean, the 23rd might not be bad, because if I do come on the 9th and then you have more questions, and then I'm gonna have to ask for another extension. I mean, I don't know if that's an issue.
Sure,
That-
no, it's up to you. I really.
Yeah, it's
You're the
not,
one
it's not an
giving us the
issue, it's just
extension.
one, it's
Yeah.
another step, that's all we're saying.
It's middle of winter, I'm not doing anything right now.
Yeah, and you got Christmas and New
Yeah.
Year's and that happy stuff.
I mean, the 23rd would probably be best. Do I just email again, or write
Yeah,
down
you can
something
send
Please,
us-
up, or-
please, yes.
Yeah, but we're gonna take you on your verbal,
Yep,
you
that's
know,
fine.
that we're gonna extend this till the 23rd.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
take it on the verbal.
Yeah, but we do
Given-
need
I'll
it.
send
given-
you an email.
Yeah,
later.
send us
On
an
the
email.
condition
Yeah.
that, right.
Yeah,
So we'll figure out how many days that is.
So,
to
so I,
the 23rd.
I've been thinking about this one again. This one's kept me up nights just a little bit, because I said, you know, even Jim was saying, that's probably a filled wetlands, you know? And that wetland that is on your
That's
property,
one time.
yeah, you've done a great job with that little wetlands there. You know, that,
I've only lived there for 2 years.
well, that
But
counts.
I don't do anything to it.
But that counts. That counts. Your 2 years custodianship of that wetlands has been great. You know, you may have noticed, there's no invasives in that wetland. You know what, you guys have cattails.
That's what,
Yeah, you got you do not have that nasty stuff called Phragmites. Do you know what that is?
Rhabdomyces australis.
If you go through almost any wetland area in Brookfield, you'll see this very tall, I mean like 8-9 foot tall plant with a wispy thing on the top, and they
I
grow
know exactly what
huge.
it-
Like a fan.
my house in New York, when like I said, I had 24 acres of wetlands.
Yeah,
They were everywhere.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I had cattails too, but
Invasive.
those were everywhere.
they outcompete the cattails.
Okay.
No birds, the animals that live in wetlands,
Yep.
they thrive on cattails for nutrition. There's nothing that anybody gets out of Phragmites. Nothing. I mean, it's just an
I got a
invasive,
ton of
nasty.
birds. I got a lot of raccoons, if you wanna come take them out of there, cause
Yeah,
I shine the
well-
flashlight in there and all I do is see eyes every
They
day.
eat mice, so that's good. So you've done a great custodianship. We need to keep,
I
well,
will-
never, you gotta
I'll
take
keep
credit.
that.
You've been there 2 years, so take credit for it if you wouldn't mind. So we need to protect that. And part of that protection is gonna be making sure that, lawn chemicals, fertilizers, whatever, don't end up in that wetlands.
Leaves are natural fertilizer.
Well, that's why I said, we're,
Mulch them up, leave them there.
yeah, so just be mindful. I've been thinking about it too. We're gonna wanna be sure, right, you've got a 1 to 3 slope there. And I'm thinking we wanna make sure it doesn't come right to your fence, right? That slope, give yourself like 2 or 3 feet before you start that slope.
I don't even know
Okay.
if I'm gonna be able to do
Take-
2 or 3 feet,
Tr-
because I think it's gonna be, cause 1's 3, I'm already, if I got a 4-foot height, I don't have have much more than 12 feet there
Take-
of yard property.
take a
So
look.
the whole thing might just be a slope.
See what you can do, okay? See what you can do, and again, we wanna think about making sure that slope there, I think we talked about that it's stabilized,
Oh, yeah.
okay? You know, right away,
I'm gonna sod it right
okay?
away. I mean, that's the plan, let's just keep sodding.
Okay.
Like I said, my wife would rather have grass there anyway, so
Okay.
I'll just, got no problem sodding.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is to think about, we have to think about the maintenance of, the maintenance of that. I mean, if it's sodded, I mean, a 1 to 3 slope, you could probably mow.
Oh, you can mow a 1 to 3 slope.
Okay.
I mow right now and it's
Just-
probably
well, just be-
1 to 1.5 slope.
Well, that can be dangerous, so again, we'll just
I'm
be
not
sure you
sidemowing
can,
it, but-
yeah. When you're doing that, like I said, be sure you're not creating a safety problem for yourself and your mower, okay?
Well, that's part of the reason I'm here, is
Yeah.
a safety problem right now. But
Well, again, your property, unfortunately, again,
You
your
guys
drive
didn't-
goes
I
over, your
purposed it.
drive goes over a wetland, candidly, probably if we're trying to build that property right now, it likely wouldn't happen the way it is. We might have something different, but it wouldn't happen the way it is, okay? I don't know, I mean, sometimes, I'm still going back and forth on, and also be prepared, like I said, we might preclude you from using, chemicals, lawn fertilizers and herbicides
I
in
take
that,
no
in that,
objection to that.
on
I'm
that
not gonna
area.
use them anyway.
Yeah,
I worked for a tree company and a lawn care company for a long time. I know what to use, what not to use. Like I said, you can grow perfectly fine grass
Yeah.
without any of that. It only takes water to grow a seed.
yeah, if you wanna think about, like we talked about sod, if you wanna think about, like a wildflower mix on that slope.
what, I'm sorry?
A wildflower mix, on that slope where you don't have to bother mowing it, I would be open to that as well. You don't have to put in sod. Think about it, okay? Think about
Like
it.
I said, I think that slope's gonna be the majority of the yard.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not have flowers as my front yard.
Just
I mean,
think-
if that's what it would come down to, I would just leave it as
You wouldn't have to mow
a
it.
lower,
Yeah,
the lower yard and have to
Right.
just deal
Yeah.
with that. Because at least I have grass and flat yard there. so-
yeah. It can be,
Bush.
it can be, you can plant cone flowers, you can plant something that now becomes a no maintenance issue for you as well. So just give that some thought if you wouldn't mind, okay?
Okay.
All right, how about, anything for us? Got anything else we should be thinking about? Like I said, it's a tough spot. Because it's a filled wetlands, so,
It is.
yep.
I
All right.
didn't feel it though.
I know, no, you didn't, and again, we want you to, like I said, you have a great little asset here, you can talk to your kids about that too. It's a great, that wetlands is a great little asset.
In the summertime, it looks fabulous.
Yeah.
Wintertime, it looks like a barren, not good, it's got tree stumps. But
That's good too.
I know they are,
Okay.
but it's
All right.
not aesthetically pleasing in the winter. Summer, I'll take it all year round.
All right, have a
Snow
great,
covers it up.
have a great holiday.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, Merry
Do
Christmas, all right.
a motion
Yep,
to,
please, yep. Yep.
Make a motion to extend
Continue.
Am I in the right place? Yeah, 45, 7 Shirley Court to the next regularly scheduled meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, Bob seconds, any discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous, 4
Do
to
we need
0.
a motion to accept the extension or that sort of
I don't think we
No,
need to.
we don't need a
Okay.
motion, because
No.
we actually need just a verbal, we need a written statement. We
Yeah.
can put it
But
here.
it doesn't have to be in the minutes as a motion.
Not as a motion.
No, it
Okay,
doesn't have
that's
to be,
all.
it doesn't have to be a motion.
There,
You
that
heard
we've
it.
accepted it.
I did miss who made the second on that last.
Bob. So, I think we've taken it, that's why we're not going to, act on it tonight, and likely,
No,
I would be voting against it with the current plan. So we're gonna take him at his word, which we have every reason to think he will do so. And we're good to go. All right, next I've got 1 Sandcut Road. Do we have anything, anybody here from 1 Sandcut? Did we get a note from
I
them?
also have a little note to make on that one. A note to pass on to the commission. As I say, I thought I wasn't going to be here tonight, but so having spoken with Ms. Morris Napoli regarding 1 Sandcut Road, she's the project engineer.
Yep.
So she called just to say that she was unable to make the meeting tonight, but it was her understanding from the last meeting, and which is reflected in the minutes, that there was really
At the-
And they
at the golf
drill-
course.
They drill underneath the, yeah,
Yep.
they,
Yeah.
underneath the little
I
stream.
thought it was something else, but she's right, that one looked pretty
And
straightforward.
she said, so she basically respectfully requested that the commission act on the application tonight unless you provide further
Unless we
information.
find something else.
Yeah, but she did.
Which, who knows? Let's see. C notes for the motion.
It's regarding Golf Quest.
Yeah.
And they're putting in a,
Yeah.
some kind
Sewer
of a
connection.
food,
And they gotta
golf
run under a
course.
little creek there. Sanitary
Service.
sewer pipe is 2 inches in diameter. It's encased in a 4-inch conduit. The pipe location will be 5 feet below the stream bed.
Be sure they were low enough not to disturb the
Right.
stream.
Right. So,
And was there were no issues here because they're outside the
yeah, they're outside.
the
of the-
regulated area.
Yeah, I think that's the regulated area, so. Bob, Dave,
Yeah.
you guys think
No,
of
no,
anything
I'm
else?
comfortable.
no, I remember, 2 weeks ago, or whatever, it seemed okay.
Anything I'm missing, Rochelle?
No, I have seen these machines work and they seem, be rather amazing and, so little disturbance, because they're not
Right,
just like little snakes underneath the ground.
right, yeah, there's 2 of them, if you go down Silvermine Road, the condominiums that are on the south side, they connect to the sewer, and was 2 little streams over there, all those.
Oh, yeah.
And there've been no problems at all, so that's my understanding, if they do it correctly, there's absolutely no problems at all. Okay, wanna make a motion then to approve?
I would make a motion to approve, 1 Sandcut Road, application W-22-49, based on a sanitary sewer connection plan, by Artel Engineering dated, 11/8/22. I don't think there were any updates, no, there were not. Subject to the notes written on the plan, that the sanitary sewer pipes, were of 2-inch diameter encased in a 4-inch conduit, and the pipe connection will be, 5 feet below the stream bed. Is there anything else?
Oh, do we get the usual stipulations?
Yeah, no, I was just looking for anything else there.
Yes, you know, it's for
Okay,
motion, yeah.
okay.
That's where I'm gonna sign it.
And all the usual stipulations would be added.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimous. 12, oh my goodness, 12, 22, that's a lot of twos.
Yeah.
All right, well, I just signed this one. This was another one. There's so many things going on Sandcut Road, I always, ugh. All righty, what do we have next?
4 Elms Hollow Road, I think we have gentlemen here to talk to us.
Brian Cecilio with 4 Ells Hollow Road.
We'll get the folder for that.
Give us a second to get
Yep.
our paperwork in order.
Absolutely.
Where did we leave this one? Did the extension, got that.
There were questions about the print, about stuff that you wanted added to the print to be able to actually see on the print what the city plans and everything. I have an updated drawing here with.
Oh, okay, good, we'll
Great.
take that, that's what I was kinda looking for.
Talked about getting it, soil scientist out there,
Yep,
which I was able also to do, and I have reports here. This one is for you.
Thank you, sir.
And stuff
You got
that we
a big
didn't
one
have
there?
last week,
okay,
or the last meeting that you were at.
yep.
Thank you.
This for you.
Thank you.
This for
And sir, did you introduce yourself, sir? I don't recall, for the.
Yeah, he
record.
did,
Yes.
but can you do it again,
Brian
please?
Cecilio,
Yes.
with
thank you.
4 Ells Hollow Road in Brookfield.
She's having to do
Yeah, no problem.
quadruple duty tonight, so let me get a stamp here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, so let me just take a look at,
And also made a large copy.
oh, you did? Oh, you are a saint. Can I have that one?
Of course.
All right, you are a double saint. Oh, this is much better. All right, we'll take this one as a, I'm gonna take this one. You can have this one back if you want.
Yeah, okay. I
You
know
can
they,
have that
before
one
they
back.
wanted us to print a smaller copy, and it's got the report and everything.
Oh, yes, you're
of
right,
the
I need the
soil
report.
responses.
Give me that back, I was gonna give it to you, but I want it back. All right, so we have a new map here, we'll mark this one as received.
That we were looking for some explanation of what
Yeah,
was
so.
there and
All
what
right,
we were doing.
yeah, so let's see what Jim, you had Jim do this,
Yeah,
right?
Jim McManus, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will say, for anybody who complains that they can't get a soil scientist out, he was out there in a week, so.
We see, we see a lot of Jim, so
Yep.
I'm not,
Good
I'm not surprised by what you said. Site, resident maintain lawn, the undisturbed soil, glacial till,
You know, the first day he was out there, he flagged everything, and then he was able to send, he just took a picture of the GIS map from online and just drew his own sketch in
Right.
onto where the wetland pertained to. There should be a picture of that in that packet.
And the flags listed here.
The flags on this are probably not listed, no.
So
There
there-
should be a map in
Let's
that
see.
packet, I think, with this stuff. So this is what he's claimed, from here that way towards the property line is where he is claiming the wetlands are.
You know, we gotta talk to Jim about having him note where he's digging holes. I mean, I know he does say he can visually identify things, which I have great respect for, but it would certainly be better on the record.
Don't they, doesn't he usually put flags down there, or?
He
or you're
does,
saying
but
that-
he
okay.
puts flags over here, but I don't know what happened over here.
Yeah.
I mean, so,
Are you saying where he's dug a hole where it's not wetlands?
he's dug, well, I don't know. I mean, our concern was this area, you know.
Where the work was being
Yeah, where the
performed,
work
correct.
was being
Mhm.
done.
Yeah.
We knew that you had wetlands over here in
Somewhere
the
on,
brook.
correct.
You know, what we had was the GIS map.
And I made clear to him,
Yeah.
and I sent him a picture of
Yeah,
this.
yep.
Saying that the board was just really concerned on where the work was being
Done.
performed. And from that is where he took off and did what he does.
So well. It is important to note, Jay only reviewed and delineated the eastern side of the wetland at this time, which is the side closest to any proposed activities. So I don't. I'm just looking at what he's giving
got
you
you.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is again, I am, just by what we know, and I'm not a soil scientist, so you have to take it with, but just based on a little bit of experience, my understanding is, my thinking is, from the way the topology is, there's probably no wetland soils here.
Correct.
I'm sure, that's my supposition. Here's what's missing here, is Jim telling me that, you know.
Yeah, this description of
Yeah,
the
he's saying.
soil
it-
description was
Yeah,
not
he's
signed.
saying it's important to note that Jet only reviewed and delineated the eastern side. of the wetland at this time, which is the site closest to any proposed activities. That's the sentence I'm missing. I'm missing a sentence from a soil scientist, maybe Jim, to say, in his judgment, there's no wetland soils, or there are wetland soils, whatever he says, I don't know.
I got you.
Here, that's what I'm missing.
What do we have
Can
here?
I just make a?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
At least when I saw it, from
Yep.
what I understood,
Yep.
was that the picture that,
This is,
that
have you
Michael's
seen this?
holding?
It's the last page.
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
And I'm wondering, is this line where he's been?
Yeah.
That's where all
marking
his
the
flags
wetlands?
are. His
Yeah.
flags are
Yeah.
all along this
Okay.
line.
Right, because we knew that.
Mhm.
That we knew. We knew
That
there's a.
this was wetlands,
We
yes.
knew there was a brook over here,
Mhm.
you know, that we knew. We knew that the house, and probably this, is in the upland review area of the brook.
Mhm.
That we got.
okay.
That in and of itself, I think the way the house is set up and what you're planning to do, there's, I don't see any concern, my judgment, for, you know, you doing this work to this wetland. I don't. What I don't what is a little troubling,
Is that there's not something in
there's
there
not anything on
clearly
Jim's
identifying?
report that says,
There's nothing there.
I looked over here,
Yeah.
and I don't see, and in my professional opinion, there's no wetland soils. That's what I'm missing.
Okay.
So maybe there's just a follow-up phone call to him and say, Jim, you know, can you confirm that, you know, dig a hole over there.
Right,
Dig
right.
one hole, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Dig one hole in this area and have him describe the soils that he finds.
Okay.
And then I think we're gonna be good. I'm guessing, again, based on
Yeah,
what
the
we
slopes
know
of the
about it,
property
the
and everything, yeah.
slopes, it's, but we have that GIS map that says we
That's
cannot
the whole
just,
property, yeah, no, I got you, I got you.
we can't just completely discard that, so.
This is what I'm confused about a little bit. It's important to know that he only reviewed the eastern side. The
Eastern.
eastern, no. If this is north, that's east. Am
Yeah,
I
the
missing
eastern
some-
side of the brook. Right,
Eastern side
Of
of
the wetland.
wetlands,
Right.
and this is the wetlands.
right. The eastern
Side,
side
oh,
of
of
the
the
wetlands.
wetland.
That's how
Yeah.
I'm reading it. I'm not
Is the
reading
side
it,
closest to any, I see what you're saying.
yeah, I'm
It-
not reading it as
Does
I,
that also
So-
mean that there is no wetland beyond that eastern point?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I got you,
That's what I'm
We want
asking for,
clarification.
100% clarity.
that there's nothing
On.
wetland beyond
That
that.
Mhm.
there's
Yes.
no
Yeah.
wetland, there's
Where
no
the road is.
I
wetland
think-
right here.
Gotcha.
I think what he's trying to say here is that he didn't give you the
Right, because
west,
nobody was really.
western side
Right, 'cause that,
of the wetlands.
yeah,
Which is good, but you're right.
It's,
It doesn't say any place that there's no wetlands here.
it doesn't, that's what I,
And
that's,
that could be as simple as
Having
a
it-
letter that says
One
there's no
letter.
flags,
Here's
there's
what-
no wetlands.
yeah, well, here's what I'd ask for. I'd ask for, you know, Jim to pop out there, dig a hole. Dig a hole in this area.
Yep.
Dig a hole and tell us what soils he finds in that, from that hole. That's what I'd like to know,
okay.
okay? So I know he, if he says I'll just do it visually, that's not gonna be enough for me. I
Okay.
want one hole
Okay.
dug in that area. Or more if he thinks. At least one. If he wants to use his professional judgment and say it's better to do 2 or 3, that's fine, but that's what I really want. And again, it's just because the GIS map is saying that there's wetland soils
Yep.
further along. And I think, like I said,
Sharon, do you
Yes.
think that's gonna be tough right now with the train becoming frozen?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's
No.
No, I
much.
was
If
out there
the- if
messing
we'd
around
have
in another
s-
part of the property.
if we had 6 weeks of
Right.
10-degree
Freeze.
weather,
Yep,
maybe.
yep.
I
But
agree.
we've had 2 or 3 weeks of 20s and 30s and
50s
40s.
too.
And 50s, thank
Right.
you very much. So,
You were saying at least one hole.
at least one hole.
Okay.
In, you know, and have him pop it on the map and and have him just have him describe the soils he finds. And that'll be, you know, a bunch of these things, Lester, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Ridgeberry, and that's kinda cool to read, right? You give this to, you got kids,
No,
right?
I was
You got
losing my
kids?
mind, so I stopped. Do I have kids? Yes, I have.
Give this to the kids, it'd be good for them.
I have a 6-year-old and a almost 2-year-old.
Okay, well then it's too soon for
Then
that.
you-
Hold
And
on
they
to
read
it.
it?
You've got
Hold
one.
on to it
And
till
they
they're
read
eighth
it?
grade.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
they didn't read it? Okay.
Yeah, no, no, when they go to 8th grade soil science, their teacher will be very impressed and give them an A. Okay? Can you think of anything else for show?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we all think what we know, you know.
We all think, but we
But-
would, we need to confirm again,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
say
we
the
don't wanna
GIS.
assume.
We don't, well, we just need to confirm,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I said, if he digs a hole someplace in here, in here.
Yep, okay.
You know, drop a hole, show me the distance between here and there, close enough, you know, within 5 or 10 feet.
Gotcha.
And we're good, okay?
And anything else that we?
Well,
sorry.
no, I was gonna answer your question that you almost asked. There was some question as to what was being done there. Was
Yeah, I
that
think they
perhaps-
updated that detail
Okay,
here
yeah,
a
and
little
that's
better.
Okay.
I know we also
what
had,
is-
I
and
know
what
we
is
had a
that?
question about
Yeah,
this,
like,
and I
what is it?
asked the engineer, and I couldn't even get a I don't know if this is just drawn like this, but in a higher,
But this
just
is
so you
1
can
to
see
1.5
that.
boulder slope.
which is exactly what he has here,
Yeah.
1.5 to 1. So I don't know if that's just just drawn differently just to see the heights of the elevation, but it's not gonna be that straight up.
So these are, there's 534, 534 goes over here.
4 would be right about here.
Yeah, so maybe there's one that's higher. Maybe this is, maybe here.
Goes up to 540.
I got 550 goes,
Maybe.
542.
let me go here, where's the, here's 544, this line, here's 540, oops, let's follow 544 over.
That's right at the top.
So it could be, looks like that's the
Right.
highest.
Yeah.
So I think that's just drawn just to show the elevation change, but obviously it's not gonna be that drastic of a slope, it's gonna look like that.
And he's got drains,
I think he has a drain under that, and he also has a drain behind the wall here.
Yeah.
Which are drawn in right here.
and how did those come out again? How's he bringing those out? Is he bringing them out
That,
to
he's
daylight?
got it coming out here, and we're going, tying into the gutter drain.
And the gutter drain goes where? Do you know?
I believe it goes down into here.
Do you know how?
I was all done before I bought the property. That was already all existing. And then there's the drain in the center of the yard that we had talked about last meeting. Also, all tying into.
So
How
this-
it got there or when it got to wherever it drains out, like I said, that was done prior to us owning.
So, you think this drain here hits your home here?
Well, there's a gutter drain there on the corner, yes, existing.
So you, all of this is gonna hit this gutter drain right at the corner of your house? Two or 3 feet below the ground?
Correct. To tie into the existing drainage that's there.
But it doesn't show where that, you think it goes into the wetlands,
Well,
but we don't know.
he doesn't know.
Or,
And your engineer telling you that's safe, you're not gonna end up with water in your basement?
No, he said we would be fine.
Might have footing drains, could have footing drains that take care of it.
Well,
I
that's
believe
the funny
there's-
part. We don't know anything about,
Well,
we don't know
I
anything
know
about the
they, I
drains
know the
from,
previous homeowner had done some type of draining from the inside. Cause there's a pump that pumps out and everything, so I know.
sump pump, you had a sump.
Yes, there's a sub pump in the basement.
I'm
and-
more worried about you than I am wetlands, to be candid. I don't, you know, they're far
No,
enough
I
away
got
from the
you.
wetlands.
He never put a curb drain in or anything like that, did he? It might be, actually, it might be in a town hall if they did, I have to just get a permit for it.
Okay.
It's a curtain
is
drain.
it maybe just
Yeah,
runs
I'm
down the
not- I'm not-
driveway?
I don't, he's saying no, he's saying there's some drain
Because
that goes.
It's one of the ways,
underground
especially if
sump.
it's down a
An
gradient.
unknown.
You know, you put a curtain drain in, you drain it downhill.
Okay.
That's,
And you've never seen any pipes down in here
No,
at
like I
daylight?
said, I have at least, I think there's at least 2 or 3 here.
Pipes?
Yes, that come through whatever, you know, they lined up boulders in there, the previous owner who did it all. And, cause I have another one on this corner of the house as well. That ties the gutter to the front and goes out that way.
So you're saying there's something that daylights over here?
Correct. Yeah, more into the roof there too.
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't, I have to think for a second, I wouldn't think, you know, we're not creating, where's that water going now? The water
Yeah,
now
it's
is headed right towards your, right now, that water that sheets off this hill is headed towards
And
your house,
correct,
right?
which this drain here, that's drawn in here,
Is that
right
there?
now, not right now, no, right now, it's existing, it's in the driveway here.
Ah,
So that is getting moved to the center of the yard
okay,
after this, if it gets all done. And then just reconnected to the way that it's already draining out.
all right.
So I mean, honestly, yeah, I see what you're saying, any water that's already coming down is already essentially
That's what I'm trying
getting
to,
through the drain
that's
that's
what
already
I'm
there.
trying to understand. Again, you know, I'm more worried about your house, thinking about this. I mean, and now I'm trying to talk myself into, am I adding any, accelerated velocity water to whatever is down here, these 2 or 3 things that you say daylight? Because all these topos go this way. All these topos now go this way. Maybe a little change here.
You're raising the level here.
Yeah.
This is lower now on this side of the retaining wall.
Well, the lowest point right
Yeah.
now is where this access
Okay.
way is.
Yeah,
Essentially, that's what we're trying to get down to,
okay.
is that level.
So you're
and
gonna
then the-
be taking out
Correct,
soil to make it level.
Correct,
But
yeah.
right now, it's higher and it is.
and it's all, yeah, it's all
It's all
just
just
coming downhill,
washing
yeah,
down.
whatever way it's
There's a
wants to go.
possibility. That's what I was kind of thinking. There's a
Mm.
possibility that it could even perk a little bit more. I mean, there could be even a possibility of maybe a little bit less. I'm not quite sure. You know, here, this is all. What is that? What is it here now? Just grass and trees and the
Just
lawn, or
what, just, yeah, trees, bushes, woods,
all right. So he's
trees that
putting
have
rocks.
fallen from the macro, that macro burst we
Mhm.
had,
Which, if you can leave them, leave them.
the ones that are fallen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because they actually provide insect habitat, which birds eat.
Okay.
Dead trees.
Gotcha.
And when they fall, they actually create little shelters for little animals. They could
Okay.
pop in under tree trunks and whatnot.
It seems like
Yeah, foxes.
every week another
foxes.
one is, you go outside and you hear another one cracking, coming down,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Keep that 6-year-old out of the
But
woods.
yeah, right?
yeah. I mean, there's a possibility, like I said, that they could even perk a little bit more if you take, they've taken trees out, so hard to, could be 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Okay.
I think probably what we'll do here is, you know where these guys are, these little outlets are? I know it just snowed. Any chance when we
I
see
can
you
probably
when
try
we
to
see you next
snag a
year,
picture.
take a picture of those?
Okay.
And then we'll just probably note on the plan, you know,
That
that
that's where
that's
they
where
are.
they are.
Okay.
You know, we can use the picture, and that should be good enough.
Okay.
I don't think I need to ask you to go to your engineer and
draw it in. Okay.
cite them in. I think that will be good enough. Right now I'm thinking, we're no worse off
Yeah.
here. We're no worse off, you know, such that we would ask them to do a rain garden or
Yeah.
something like that. And it doesn't really seem possible to do like a little bit of a swale, you know, to maybe hold that, because it looks like it's just steep. It just looks like it's going down.
Yeah.
I mean, it just would be,
Yeah, even the
How
front
could
yard is
we-
all,
how could we do a swale, even though that would be a nice addition?
there is another drain here in the yard,
Yeah,
down towards the end there.
yeah.
That again was put in by previous owner.
Are you having any problems at this time
Not at
at the
all.
house?
Zero.
Okay, we don't want
So
you
the-
to,
the
We had a
we don't want
basement-
you to have any.
We had a drop.
So the water in the basement is being handled by the sump
By
pump?
the sub pump, yeah, because you even.
Does the sump pump go on occasionally?
Yes, I was just gonna say, I do hear it every so often, even when it rains, you'll obviously hear it more than.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, well, that says something also.
Well, other than that, no, we have not had any water problems whatsoever.
Don't forget to check that sump pump every,
Oh, absolutely.
year or two.
It's in my little, I have a little workshop where it is, so
Yeah.
I'm in there constantly,
Alright.
so.
Okay. All right, get us the picture, again, please insist to Jim, come out,
Okay.
tell him to dig a hole. That's the specific request, you know,
Yep.
if he says, I can probably visualize it, say, okay, I understand that, I
they
respect
want
that,
it- they want
but
it
the
done.
commission has asked you to come out and dig a hole.
Okay, and just
Just
the
describe the,
descriptions of the soil that's
just the
there.
descriptions of the soils, yep,
I know we asked too
And
about
we'll
the
get a
silt
picture here.
fence.
yeah,
We have the silt fence shown
yeah, I see
in.
that, yep,
Here he has hay bales, and he said just to come across the driveway here,
Yep.
that way the contractor can remove,
Yep.
you know, if he needs to come in and then
Yeah.
put it back at the day's end.
and what did he tell you he's gonna do with the soil he's taking out, he's gonna haul it out as he digs, or?
It is being hauled out daily,
Okay,
yes, I believe so.
All right.
Yep.
All right, if you need a, like I said, if you need a stockpile area, just come back and tell us, okay?
Okay, and if we do, what,
Just call the land use office, and we should be able to handle something simple like that. I don't think it's gonna shouldn't require a site plan
We'll draw it
modification.
on
That'll
there.
just be
Okay.
simple, but just tell us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
here's
yeah.
what we hear about. We get calls from the neighbors, because they're
Right,
just
yeah,
as
there's
worried,
a
go,
big
hey, what's
mound of
happening? And we
dirt
say, well,
here,
that don't,
yeah.
we know what's happening, so
I got
it's
you.
all right,
Okay.
okay?
yeah, I'll get in touch with the contractor again just to double check on that.
Yeah. Okay, and we have a extension to the first of February, so we're good to go. We will see you, yes,
Do I
yes,
need
yes.
to-
Did you say first of February?
Yeah, we have it till February first.
Do I need to come back with, in the meeting for that
Why
other
is
stuff,
that?
or can that just be sent through email?
You can, if you just wanna send it in, if it's as clean as what we're talking about, the picture,
Yes.
you know,
I see.
And then the
Jim's
report from
report.
Jim McManus.
You're
yeah.
welcome to come, but we should be able to handle it,
Okay.
okay?
Unless
You
you're-
can bring the kids too if you want. If you bring-
I don't think you
if-
want it.
Well, no, if you bring the kids, I'll tell you, it's good for them, you're a little,
This
we'll put
is
you
an
on first,
educational
okay? If you have to bring them, we'll put you on first,
I got you,
all right?
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Just a question that my wife wanted me to ask, and if I don't ask it, I'll get my head cut off.
No, we don't want that.
What's the next step, or what's the next process through all of this?
If you get the information that we've asked for, and we'll have that in a meeting, the step would be for us to make a decision on your application. And that will come in the form of a motion to accept, or a motion to deny. So that's, and then once you, sorry about the noise, once you get that, you're good to go.
Or not good to
Follow-up
go.
letter.
You have to go to zoning if you're depositing more than 100 feet of soil. And you may need a building permit depending on how high the wall is.
The building permit, I think we already have one in.
Okay.
What you said about the soil, is that bringing in soil, or is that taking?
If you're bringing in more than, if you're cutting or filling 100 cubic yards or more of soil, like taking it out
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
putting it in,
Yeah, yeah.
you need to get a permit from the zoning office.
So should I get in contact with them anyway, just?
If you can, it's best to determine how much soil they think they're gonna need to cut out or to fill in,
Okay.
and.
You
if
said 100 or more cubic yards?
100 or more, correct. Either way, cutting out or filling in.
Okay.
So you're very fortunate, because Rochelle looks after both.
I'm-
She's not the zoning enforcement officer, but
I
she's the
am.
land, oh, you are?
I'm the deputy.
Oh, she's the deputy,
Oh,
sorry, I stand
dual
corrected.
identity.
Not the
commission as
primary,
well as
she's the deputy.
Board of Selectmen, the deputy zoning enforcement officer.
All right, so,
Just in case I didn't have enough work. They
You
wanna
got a
get
little
their
extra?
money. Yeah.
whose pen is this that I stole?
It's all right.
Okay,
So-
so just a report, the soil, and see if the 100 cubic yards is coming out.
And the
Send
picture.
a picture
And
of
the picture.
where those pipes go into the
Yep.
stream.
You've made significant progress here.
I'd like to think so. My wife thinks otherwise, but
She
I
should-
like to think so.
She should be proud of you.
Yeah.
You should. Your patience is
If she comes with you, I'll still put you first on the agenda, how's that? Bring- You can make it a
I'll have to tell her
you
that.
can make it a family affair. All right, so how about a motion to continue for Ells Hollow Road?
I'm sorry, that next meeting is when?
The 9th of January.
David, you want to make this motion, or?
Yeah, I'll make
ahead.
a motion to continue number W-22-53, that's 42 Arapahoe Road.
No, we're doing no 50. Item C, 4 L's Hollow.
I'm
Go
sorry.
back to the bottom of the previous page.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's it.
See, this is what happens when you get frozen out of the car.
2250.
Okay, I make a motion to continue W-22-50 for L's Hollow Road to our next meeting of the Inland Wetlands Commission for January 9th, 2023.
I'll second it.
All right, so any discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next
We'll
year.
see you.
Okay,
Happy
thank you.
Okay,
Thank
take
you.
care now.
Yep. All righty, next we have 97 Obtuse Road. Do we have anything new here? We got an extension letter, I see. Where do we leave this guy? This is the one that had the 40-year-old mapping, right? Am I remembering that right?
Correct.
Mhm.
We asked them to get it, an updated map,
They
because
have
the
not.
wetlands could have come closer or could have gone further away.
Right. We're not ready yet.
And that's not ready yet, right?
Correct, I spoke with, Ms. Warren.
Okay, all right, so we'll take a motion to continue 97, I'll make it, continue 97 Obtuse Road South to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
And you want to put in the number there, the W-22-51?
She's got it.
Okay.
So, I made the motion for 97 Obtuse Road, Michael seconded it,
That's hard to say.
yeah, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Alrighty, new business. We've got the application for 42 Arapahoe Road. Now, the applicant is not here, but let's take a look and see what they were kind enough to give us. Official file folder. I missed this. You were not here. Alright, so the folder has the application. Dun, 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 dun.
Removal of
Well,
invasive.
invasives and the dead trees.
I don't think it's in our packet, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in the
yes, it
after the
is,
fact,
yep, yep, sorry.
Is this something that had been done already and he'd been asked to come to us?
That's correct.
and
Yeah, this is the
give
one, I
us an
think
application?
Yeah.
they're doing more than that, though. It's removal of invasives. I think we asked them to put 2 trees in, and that's not on the application, so
You
let's
did
see if we
ask
can
him.
fix that.
He's back because he said he took 2 out.
What's that?
You did ask him to put 2 in. but he
Yeah,
said he took
I
2 out.
think we did, but for some reason, they, in all the other good things they did, they forgot to put that on the application, that they're going to plant 2 trees. At least I don't see it. Anybody see that?
No, he's written removal of invasive twice, but,
Mm-hmm,
so,
And he's got a map that shows the 2 dead trees removed.
mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it's new business. It's an,
So shall I just inform them that they should get, put on the plan them 2 new trees?
well, that's a great thing to do, yes. Native trees. Connecticut natives. What are they taking out? Pine, whatever they, I think we talked about whatever they took out would be a good thing to replace. Or oaks or pines or. So, yeah, so I guess it's really 2 things. What dead tree did they, well, I guess I don't particularly care. 1 oak and 1 pine. Ask them if they could do 1 oak and 1, 1 pine. Or if they wanted to do 2 oaks and a beech, or something like that.
Well, I don't,
Hard, yeah.
it's hard for the commission to say what kind of trees they need to plant.
Well, I'm just giving them some options, because they'll say, what kind? I say, well, here's what they said,
What do
you
you take
decide.
out? What's native?
Yeah,
What
some,
would grow there?
Yeah, native to
What would grow
Connecticut.
there? Right, those are kinds of,
yeah,
you'd wanna know what would grow well there.
I would think so, and again, if they're gonna put them in the wetlands, I think they might need something that needs, like wet feet,
Red maples.
A red maple would be great, if they can get them.
Oh, are they hard to get?
They're hard to get. They always are hard to get.
Yeah, let's leave them
So
a
what,
few
yeah.
options.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna allow the land use office to contact, Mr. and Mrs. Benton and ask them to, and if they wanna send us an email, you know, and say, you pick the places, or we'll pick the spots, we can update the map. You know, we can put on the map where we would put them, we can, if they want us
Have
to.
them send it back to them, they can sign it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They should definitely approve it. I mean, we don't wanna, yeah. They should, once we, if we do that, we get involved in drawing one, we're now all meetings.
Okay, fair enough, okay.
But, yeah, I think it'll be simple enough now that this young lady's helping them.
Now they got somebody, okay, so I'll make a motion to continue 42 Arapahoe Road, it's W-22-53 to our next regularly scheduled meeting with the understanding the land use office will contact the property owners and ask them to update the map with the location of at least 2 native Connecticut species trees to replace the 2 that were removed from the wetlands.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Let's see, other business proper. I don't think it's time to do the 2023 election of
Yeah.
officers. Don't we wait till next year?
I suppose it's on here because some of the commissions like to gather together the slate of, you know, the nominations and to ponder those.
All right, well, noted, while you guys are doing Christmas, ponder who wants to be what. How's that?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can ponder. You gonna be pondering?
It seems like we just did this.
Ooh, it's every year or so.
I know.
Yeah.
Goes by
This
quickly.
year it disappeared.
Okay, so ponder, so let's leave that on. I gotta remember the bylaws. I don't remember if we propose the slate in one meeting and vote on the next, or we do it in one big shebang.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I know on the planning commission.
Yeah, let's just see what ours are, Dave. Sort of, I remember it being a little vague. Which is understandable. Because it's nice to know what planning does, but it has absolutely no
Yeah,
bearing
no,
on
no,
us, so,
what
yeah.
what
No-
planning
no,
used to do is
absolute-
one meeting and then the next
absolutely
meeting.
no bearing on us.
Right.
I remember trying to look for it.
Okay. Oh, here, officers and duties, the chairman, vice chairman, secretary.
I didn't see it either one time when I looked.
But one membership and voting.
Okay.
All members are elected, designate. It's like, no, I don't, it should say something about election of officers.
It should, but I don't remember, I couldn't.
Resignation, disqualification of the chair, in the absence of just, yeah.
All right, well, you can ponder that too. You can ponder who wants to be what, and you can ponder the how, okay?
Yeah, we don't, maybe we need to have a meeting to update the bylaws. They were last revised in 1995. It may,
Okay.
it may
Oh.
warrant a going over, a once over, I don't know, I'll take a look at it. Yes, because it says here, let's see, 1958. The purpose, responsibility, and jurisdiction of the commission are set forth in chapter 440. 1958 revision as amended.
I remember
It didn't even
something.
start until 1970.
I can't tell you.
Maybe they're referring to some town charter.
We can, if you want us to put on the agenda for new business, bylaw revision.
I hate to, you know, we haven't even gotten to the regulations.
Well, that's okay, we can talk and chew gum at the same time.
We
You know, it's
cannot do
only
2
8:30,
things at
so.
once.
Well, I could certainly take a look at these and see if there's anything that's.
And if you don't find it again, just put it on for new business and we'll deal with it. We
Yeah,
can
yeah.
update the bylaws and we can
Other business proper,
put it on other business proper.
other new business.
What, right,
Yeah.
perfect, I'm very easy to get along with, I
I
never
know,
heard of
it's
that,
great,
that's
I love
something
it.
new. Is that Robert's Rules of Order, for other business proper?
Probably.
Okay, I don't remember reading that either. Now I learned something else. Okay, well, we'll leave that in land use's good hands.
Yes, please do.
Please do. A correspondence, nada. Proposed updates to the wetlands regulations. It's only 8:30. Did everybody get my last updates?
Oops, sorry.
The one thing I can't still find is I remember last spring getting an email from either Clear or from CCM or somebody that had an inventory of every little stream.
I know, you said it on the
And,
front. Couldn't
and
find
she
it.
can't find it, and I
It would be nice to have though.
done something, I can't
I'm
find it. I did
almost-
find the
did you
Clear.
look- You looked on Clear and you looked on like the Yukon.
I'm gonna look again. I'm gonna look
Sure,
again,
okay.
cause it was
That's
so
it.
useful. It was
Yes.
every little individual stream. We did get a note from Clear, or at least I did, I'm sure you did, that they've done a watershed assessment. So they've looked at the various watersheds across the state, and Brookfield has, I don't know, 15 or 20 little watersheds, something
Mhm.
along those lines, you know, and then they rated them for, I was reading it, for like, they had some classifications for like mitigation and remediation, I didn't quite find that very helpful, because it was every little stream in a watershed. I said I was kind of looking at the areas that I'm kind of familiar with, where there's 2 or 3 streams, and I'm going, I don't see how that's gonna be helpful, so I'm gonna keep looking for it. So again, there's your other homework. Let's put this on, let me make just a personal ask of everyone. Spend a little time pondering the officers, pondering who wants to do what, and ponder those regulations. Let's put it on in January. It doesn't look like we're gonna have a big agenda, at least big humongous carryover from today. Let's put it on, let's think about, I will look over the holidays to try and find that, here, okay. We'll fill that in, we'll, on January, the first week in January, we'll send this out to Deep, we'll send it out to First Selectmen, we'll send it out to zoning, we'll send it out to the Northwest
Revisions,
Conservation
yeah.
District, we'll send it out to anybody we can think of, ask for their comments, and then also in that meeting, let's set a public hearing, like the end of February,
Okay,
okay?
now,
For this and the beaver dams, 2 of them.
this being
The riparian buffer,
buffers,
the notice of, the requirement for an applicant to notice adjacent property owners
Mhm.
if there is, wetlands,
The wetlands public.
direct wetlands impact, I think is the way,
Mhm.
something along those lines. And the beavers, so notification of adjacent neighbors for direct wetlands impact on an
Mhm.
application, the riparian buffers, which includes the inventory and whatever, and third, beaver dam stuff.
So you'd like
What-
to set a public hearing.
what are your
in February?
thoughts?
Yeah, it'll be the end of February, and we'll do that in January. Well, that's what I'm asking everyone to take on as an assignment, so that we're all,
Well, let's look-
finally, we're all ready to go.
Yeah, I
first
do have a
week.
couple of questions for
Yeah.
you. I mean, you keep mentioning beaver dams, is the purpose of that to just have something there in case someone comes to us with a
Yes,
beaver
because
dam
we
issue?
will see something.
Yes, and we already did, as I understand it, this town actually suffered a great like, fiasco, I think, because of a beaver dam. Is it?
There was that I know of, there's 2 of them. There was one up on Long Meadow Hill Road, and that was the town.
Yeah, but didn't somebody remove it? and
Somebody
just
removed
crashed?
it,
Yeah,
there was a
very
big
quick, there was a
mess,
big
they were
flood.
impinged
Yeah, so I
upon the
think that was
property
probably where this
owner.
came from.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's probably where it
Didn't that
started.
appear before our commission?
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was long and drawn out because nobody really knew exactly what had happened. It was hard for me to figure out what they were all saying and who was responsible
Mhm.
for whatever happened. So and there's beavers down on, I think in Berkshire Park. There's a beaver dam
Oh.
down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There-
because they've had beaver deceivers down there.
There is a significant beaver dam on Newberry Village's property.
Oh, I did not know that.
Property?
Yeah, the
Newberry Village.
Newberry Village. If you know, there's a lot of wetlands, not wetlands, but there's a trail that goes
Yeah.
along the river
Yeah?
to the north end of our property. And there is a stream that fed that, a small stream from somewhere. And now it's a big pond, a beautiful beaver dam.
That is so cool.
Yeah, we go down there and look at it occasionally.
Have you seen beavers?
I haven't seen any beavers, but they're probably sleeping under their
Right,
little.
I saw one. I saw one in the Still River, but way on the southern end, remember we were doing that, property was right by Dunkin' Donuts? It wasn't Dunkin' Donuts, it was the property next to it.
You told
And-
me, yeah.
Yeah,
you said
and
so.
I
By
went there.
BJ's, I think, right?
No, further south, I mean, on the far end of Candlewood Lake Road, there's like the tire place, and then there
Oh, I
was
remember that.
like Pyology, or I think it was that
Mhm.
property,
Yeah.
don't quote me on that, but it was in that neighborhood, because the guy had, he was trying to change how the
Mhm.
back entrance came,
Yeah.
and he was very good about, we wanted to improve the storm drain going into
yeah.
the Still River, and and he was real good about it, we put like a little, detention basin on the south side, we couldn't figure out too much on the north
Mhm.
side. I wanted to go over there and see how much room there was, and I'm standing there going, who is that?
Yeah.
And there he was.
Well, no, I haven't seen a beaver, but the dam is there. This is the far north end of the property. I'm not 100% sure it's still on Newberry Village property. It
Okay.
may be the next site north, which is just a big open site with nothing being done.
I want to go and see
But
that.
it's still quite beautiful walking along our pathway.
I have to go and do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll add that to my
Which-
list of
which
things
is-
to do. All right, so there's our homework, two big homework assignments. How about the minutes?
Oh, did I read it? Yes, I did. I looked at it.
I didn't see anything.
Let's see, minutes for Monday, November 14th, is that,
I
are
only
are we
see-
back?
The 28th.
The 28th.
I think we're behind one for some reason.
I think we did one.
We did one
Yeah,
because
we did one. We did the one because we asked.
the 14th is in, oh,
for
here's the
Well, No, I
24th.
think it was like October. It was like an
Oh,
October one,
okay.
where there was a couple of typos, and it took us
Okay.
2 meetings to get the typos.
Well, the reason I'm asking is there's two sets of minutes here. There's this November 14th and, October 24th is the old one, you're
Right,
saying.
that was the
Mhm.
one we corrected. So, but
Okay.
are you saying that we also have not yet
I thought we
approved
did.
the 20?
I thought we did.
Yeah,
Or
I thought
somebody
we
just
did
gave me
too. I
the
thought
wrong
we
ones
were
in my packet.
good on that.
That's on Mike, well,
Which one are we-
although I
should we
the
be
doing?
Somebody got the 28th on.
November
28th.
28th.
It's only the 28th.
Okay.
I think
I don't see it here, but,
you don't see the 20th at all.
no,
In your
but
packet.
it was, I looked at it at home. When I get this, I, November 28th, here it is.
Got it?
It is in here. Let me see if I remember. Excuse me. Okay, I don't see anything.
I didn't see anything either.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the November 28th, 2022 meeting as submitted.
Dave, second?
Yes, I'll
Dave,
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Well,
opposed?
no, you've got to abstain.
No, the 28th I was there.
Oh, you were, okay.
Correct.
You actually don't.
Oh, yeah, I'm
it actually
sorry, it
doesn't
was-
matter.
Next one.
Yeah, sorry about
It's
that.
all right.
Yeah,
Dave.
no,
You don't have to.
It actually doesn't matter. Because it's an administrative approval, it's not a decision on someone's property or.
All right. The other thing, again, we make note, like I said, we do try to deal with the minutes in, in the subsequent meeting, so I did see the note from the town clerk, that you have to. I did see that.
You have to what?
Approve the minutes
Yeah.
in the next regularly scheduled meeting. I
Right.
did see that, and we generally try to do that. We don't, sometimes, yeah.
I don't, but if you can't prove it for some reason, I don't think you don't have to.
Well, maybe I misread her email.
Perhaps, I don't know, I don't think I received.
I'm not worried about it, I'm
No.
just trying to
No.
acknowledge, I did see her email, so.
I don't think I saw that, that's,
Okay.
I think that's
All right, well, she did talk about some of them, I guess.
not. Oh, I see.
Whatever. I
Maybe
mean, we
they-
used
maybe
to-
they're simply not doing it, period.
Yeah, well, I cannot say.
Yeah.
You know, I know sometimes we would kind of defer them for,
I mean, there's no requirement, because because in fact, there are many reasons it simply can't be approved the next meeting.
right,
So,
there you go.
But
Okay,
yeah, we certainly try to do our best.
all right, we do our best, that's about all we can do.
Yeah.
Informal discussion.
I'm sorry, I lost that one again. Who made the second? Michael?
Michael, Dave,
Okay.
motion carried unanimous. Any informal discussion?
Well, just waiting to talk about the regulations.
Great, yeah. Can't wait.
I-
Oh, and maybe even the bylaws, so.
Yeah, the bylaws.
And maybe the bylaws, so we'll
Um,
do two things at once.
Yeah, I have, where would I find the bylaws?
Well, there's a copy here. I can certainly send you an email.
Are they on the town website?
I don't believe they are.
I
Oh,
don't
okay,
think
if
they
you
are.
would send me,
It's
and you're
generally-
also gonna send out that legal
Yes.
document,
Yes.
because I'll enjoy reading
I
that.
think I gave you mine.
Yeah, I gave it back to you, because she said she was gonna
Yeah,
send me a,
it's right on,
oh, all right, then
No,
I'll,
save,
then I've got it.
save her one step.
Okay.
All right, if not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn until next year.
I'll make that motion.
Dave makes the motion,
Second it.
Bob seconds that, all those in favor?
Aye.
Me too, aye.
Motion carries unanimous, we are adjourned.
Thank you, thank you.
The lights.
Oh, I have to turn
God,
that thing off. too.
You know, it's amazing I got here. My car
Yeah,
was
sounds like
in
quite an
case-
adventure.
No, I almost just called and said I can't
Microphone's
get
off?
over here.
Yeah.